This is the first Christmas we've had together in years.
I love you guys.
From a circus performer to a reluctant villain, this master archer defied the odds to become one of the Earth's mightiest heroes. Recognized as the greatest marksman in the world, this Avenger can hold his own against enhanced beings with superpowers despite not having any of his own. The story of today's video is about Marvel's Hawkeye. Clint Barton's complex origin story showcases this hero's strong moral compass and an unyielding determination to use his talents for good. While Hawkeye has been a major character in the Marvel Cinematic Universe for over a decade, an entirely new series with his namesake is coming to Disney Plus before the end of this year. The show follows the master marksman and his new protege after the events of Avengers Endgame. Let's get to know the origin story of the MCU greatest archer ahead of his new series.
Past is caught up with me.
But first, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any new videos. The character of Hawkeye was created by Stan Lee and artist Don Heck in response to the success of DC Green Archer. Both the comic book heroes are loosely based on the legendary outlaw Robin Hood. The introduction of Hawkeye, along with the likes of Luke Cage and Daredevil, depart from Marvel's usual heroes with superhuman capabilities. Contrary to the films, Hawkeye was far from a loyal and obedient special agent in the comics. The original version first appeared as a villain with a moral code in Tale of Suspense issue number 57 back on September 1964. He appeared as a villain 2 more times before decidedly renouncing crime and becoming an Avenger. Hawkeye joins the ranks of Earth's mightiest heroes in Avengers issue number 16, released on May 1965. Since his addition to the team, he has been a mainstay of the group, embarking on all of their battles against evil. Born and raised in a small town in Iowa, Clint Barton worked in his father's butcher shop, along with his older brother Barney. His alcoholic father was abusive towards both of them and ultimately ended up killing his wife and himself in a nasty car crash. After the death of their parents, Clint and Barney were sent to several foster homes. When his brother decided to run away, Clint followed after him. The 2 young boys found the Carson Carnival of Traveling Wonders, a traveling circus where they were able to find employment as general laborers. During this time, Clint managed to impress Swordsman, a performer whose act was the main attraction. Swordsman saw potential in the young orphan and trained Clint to become his apprentice. In addition to learning the art of throwing knives, Clint was trained by Trick Shot, another performer who recognized his natural talent in archery. While Clint honed his prowess with a bow under the tutelage of Trick Shot, Swordsman's gambling problem worsened. In an attempt to pay off his debts, Swordsman attacked and robbed the carnival owner. Clint walked in on his former mentor, counting the money he had stolen. The Swordsman offered to make Clint his partner, but when Clint refused, Swordsman severely wounded Clint and almost succeeded in killing him. After Barney found out that his brother turned on his former mentor, he chastised Clint and left the circus to join the army. Clint, on the other hand, continued his training with Trick Shot. He eventually recruited Clint's help in an extortion racket against a criminal named Marco. While fleeing the scene, they encountered Marco's guards, and chaos ensued. Despite his best attempts to avoid fatally wounding the thugs shooting at him, Clint accidentally shot one of the guards in the chest. Using his archery skills, Clint became the main attraction at several carnivals under the stage name, the world's greatest marksman, Hawkeye. At one of Hawkeye's circus performances, a ride malfunctions and endangers the lives of several people. Fortunately, Iron Man is there to save the day. Hawkeye witnesses Iron Man's heroic feat and draws inspiration from the hero's costume to create his own. Intent on turning over a new leaf, the newly costumed Hawkeye attempts to do heroic deeds and fight crime. Hawkeye successfully thwarts a jewelry heist, but the cops mistake him for one of the robbers. While running away from the police, Hawkeye encounters Black Widow and almost immediately gets enamored by the Soviet spy. She recruits Hawkeye and manipulates him into fighting against Iron Man. Hawkeye and Black Widow become romantically involved. One day, during a fight against Iron Man, the Black Widow is severely injured by one of Hawkeye's deflected arrows. This distresses Clint, and he once again attempts to reorient his path towards good. While Black Widow is taken back to the Soviet Union by her employers, Hawkeye begins to fight crime on the streets once more. If you would like to know more about Black Widow's true origins, hop into our channel to discover her story and many others. On one of his heroic escapades, Clint saves Edwin Jarvis and his mother from a mugging. To repay his gratitude, Jarvis arranges for Hawkeye to audition for the Avengers, which as luck would have it was recruiting new members for its roster at the time. Hawkeye even manages to impress his former enemy, Iron Man. In Avengers issue number 16, Hawkeye becomes one of Earth's mightiest heroes alongside Captain America, Scarlet Witch, and Quicksilver. Since joining the team, Hawkeye has proven himself to be unmatched in marksmanship. And after extensive training with Captain America, with who he eventually forms a close bond, Hawkeye also masters hand-to-hand combat. His relationship with Black Widow convinces her to turn against the Soviets and reform. Although they rekindle their romance on multiple occasions, the two ultimately form a close friendship. In Hawkeye Volume Number 4, Issue Number 2, Clint Barton begins to mentor Kate Bishop as his protege. The character of Kate Bishop was created by writer Alan Heinberg and artist Jim Choon. She first appeared in Young Avengers Issue Number 1, which was released in 2005. She, along with other young heroes, stepped up to fill the void left by the Avengers when they disbanded. Similar to Clint, she is a highly skilled combatant and exceptionally gifted marksman despite possessing no superhuman abilities. So what do you think about the true origins of Hawkeye? Were you surprised to find out this Avenger used to be a reluctant villain? If you like this origin, please don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell, and like the video, cause there are lots more coming. Thanks, and see you again soon.